What's up guys, it's Phil, and today I'm going to show you how I build one of my dining tables. So this is not exactly a DIY. You absolutely can if you've got the skill and the ability and some of the tools, but this is mostly just to show you guys exactly how I build one of mine, why they're so expensive, and why I prefer to use these methods, which I'll kind of talk about. I am going to be using a couple of more high-end tools, but if this is something that you're learning or you just want to do a really good job doing one on your own, you don't necessarily have to have all of these tools. I just do because I do a lot of these dining tables. I just picked up a whole stack of rough cut poplar from my local supplier, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first part of this process is going to be processing and milling the raw lumber. I like to buy a lot of rough cut lumber because A, it's cheaper, and B, I can dimension it down to exactly what I want it to be, and you're not relying on the big box store pine to be flat enough. I can make my pieces flat, I can make my pieces square, and then I know without a doubt that my pieces are as good as I can physically get them. Here's my list of parts that I need cut. So all of this stuff is going to be cut out of the other large pieces. I'm going to cut them a little bit bigger, then I'm going to process them and mill them down to the exact size I want, and then I can cut and make my parts from there. Next, I'm going to take it over to the jointer. From that single point, I can then put it back through the table saw and make the board perfectly straight and parallel. I can run it through my sander and my planer and get everything nice and flat and perfectly dimensioned, and that's exactly what I want to start with. I don't like buying the pre-cut lumber if I can help it, because then I'm not having to worry about a finished board that has a twist in it or that has a little bit of bow or something. I've got rough cut lumber that I'm making perfectly square, flat dimensioned lumber out of, and I'm doing it the day that I'm building versus doing it weeks ahead of time and then letting it sit in a big box store somewhere. If you can, I would recommend saving yourself a lot of money, spending the extra time, and getting the joy out of milling your own lumber so that you know for a fact your pieces are perfect, and when the boards are beautiful, it's because you did it.